my family was fairly musical, but not officially. Nobody played instruments, but people sang a lot. And when I got into college, so I grew up playing the piano, but when I got into college was when I really started making my own music. I learned to play the guitar at that point, mostly by ear, with a few friends teaching me some chords. And I went down to Berkeley for school, so I was listening to a lot of Grateful Dead and Neil Young and Paul Simon and some of the, I guess what I would sort of consider some of our classic songwriters. And I started playing acoustic guitar, and that's when things really took off for me. I started writing a lot of my own music and lyrics, and playing sort of in a very loose college band. But it was at that point when I started harboring the idea that I would like to do that for a living. So at the heart of the record is me playing acoustic guitar and singing lead vocals. But we've decided, the producer I worked with is just fantastic. His name's Lance Bendixson, and he's worked with some big acts like The Fray and the Cowboy Junkies and Sarah McLachlan. And as he was hearing my music, which is sort of, I guess, folk at its heart, singer-songwriter folk at its heart, moving some towards rock, a little towards bluegrass, he produced the record, the sounds he was hearing, with a rock rhythm section. So found an outstanding session player as a drummer, playing a full drum set, electric bass player, there are backup vocals, mandolin, so it keeps sort of its folk feel, but with this sort of rock production quality to it. But I'm very impressed with how it came together. My music, for me, now that I'm trying to make a living with it, but even if I wasn't, writing the music for me is just part of my processing, of how I process my psychological and emotional material and how I work through things and make sense of the world and my experiences and relationships. So that's what I'm writing about. On both sides of the fence, meaning certainly a lot of the painful experiences I've had and the things that have been just gut-wrenching at times, to the things that bring a lot of joy to my life. I have a wonderful wife and a 2.5-year-old daughter, and I've written about them. But it's also, in going through this process, part of what has freaked me out about the process is the awareness that I'm producing, mass producing now this CD and opening it up to the general public. And it's, to me, reading it or reading my lyrics is like reading my most personal diary. Absolutely, I aim to make more CDs. I've already got, I think, what I would call most of the next one written, with some new songs and some old ones that didn't quite make the cut with this album. So where I hope to go, some of my goals are to get signed with a record label, maybe within a year. Next summer to start playing a lot of the festivals, the folk festivals and the bluegrass festivals, the singer-songwriter type festivals.
I want to introduce myself to the people passing by. I want to introduce